Beautiful paintings. You hear so much about Louvre, France, but if you go here inside the building, I mean, the paintings and sculptures are second to none. Da Vinci's paintings and sculptures are all in there as well. Leonardo da Vinci. And so revered in the field of art. It's one truck towed by the other truck. It's not going backwards, but it's being towed by another truck. There are some of the cars of the diplomats apparently.
Yeah, too warm.
North 395.
Too much sun.
Oh boy.
Police and security all over the city, obviously.
Looking like this. Remember the picture you showed me yesterday? Oh,
Government folks live here. Gotta protect your cities.
Remember he did a karma, karma comes back. I'll get me up in this space here. I'm trying to get one a little bit closer to it.
That's why I was going to sneak your pictures at the bank.
I don't know if that was Michael Jordan. He was famous in the 80s, 90s actually. Now, times have passed, you have new generation, new people, new youngsters, new sports people. The tour guide at the Capitol building was talking about the fact that they're debating if they should have like a sports person, a celebrity statue inside the Capitol building. So there are committees for making these decisions about whose statues should be inside the building and when they should be replaced and where they should go, etc., etc. These are some nice eateries here in Washington, D.C. all over the place in downtown. Going through the famous
Not familiar with it.
Chinatown. All Chinese shops here on the right and left, including Kura Sushi, some Japanese food. The Asians are all brothers and sisters anyway. So it's Chinatown right here. And the graffiti, man. Yoo-hoo. China Gate, rather. And wherever I've seen in these areas of Chinatown, even in America, the HSBC bank is always there. It's a Hong Kong bank, I believe. HSBC. They always have it in the Chinatown area. Locations anywhere around the world. HSBC Bank. Still, some of these buildings in Chinatown, some of them are very old, but maybe these are restaurants. Or maybe it's not a Chinatown restaurant. Let's see, what is this? Hard to say from this distance. Apparently we're out of Chinatown now.
Look at the sign.
Yep. I told you.
Ja.
Hot summer day in Washington, D.C. This is the third of the three-part vlog of Washington, D.C. It's actually pretty good to rent one of these little thingies that you could see the city around or downtown area very easily and much cheaper. Taking an Uber anywhere in nearby locations is $15 per location per trip. So if you make 4 or 5 trips during the day, it's about a good $100 just for the Uber, which is fine, I guess. No one said tourism is cheap. I mean, it's a hobby. It's something that people enjoy doing, like I enjoy doing, where money becomes secondary when you're on the roads, whether it's food or not so much buying, but seeing more places than usual. And of course, making little vlogs for my viewers, friends and family. Lincoln here, the revered president of America. Anywhere and everywhere, he was a people's man. The motto of Hard Rock is love all and serve all. I like that motto. Typical city life. Working on the roads, traffic lights, traffic jams, traffic slowed down. People often not so friendly as you would find them in smaller towns. I remember one of the first towns I worked in America. I was the only non-white person, and everybody was just so friendly to me, thinking that I'm the only minority in their town, and was loved by everybody more or less. Actually, in the second town I lived in, that was also the same way, and my boss was very upset that when I moved to the third town, he was upset that I'm taking the culture away from his town. And he was a pretty well-known person in his town, and he said that, after you move from my town, you're taking the culture away. And I was the only foreigner in that town as well. Those times have changed, folks. I'm talking about early 80s. Those times have changed now, where foreigners are not necessarily that much welcome as they were in the 80s. Obviously, due to obvious reasons of increasing population and things like that. Looks like an old hotel, Harrington, and the famous Saks Fifth Avenue. All these nice shops in the capital. So you got a pretty good idea of the town or city of Washington, D.C. This was my third part of the video or vlog I'm making on DC, but I'm going to stop here. There's still a few stops left going back to the Union Station, but for those who are really enthusiastic about watching more, you can watch separately. I have some vlogs as well of the other people's, and the best thing is, and nothing can compare, and there's no substitute for you to really come here and enjoy the city as it is live. Thank you. Bye-bye.